Here are the top posts from relationships on the 30th of November 2019.
Sophia 85. I, 34, want to move on with my life, but my partner, 35, has a disabling chronic illness and is completely dependent on me for everything. Mabelisms. There is no right, perfect answer here. No matter what you do, something is going to haunt you forever. It sucks. And I'm sorry, but the reality of the situation is that he needs a caregiver. A full-time caregiver. And you giving up your potential for a happy, fulfilling life is not the only way for him to have appropriate care. Start looking into Medicare, Medicaid, whatever else he might possibly be able to access. Spend the next 3 to 6 months looking into everything that you can possibly set up for him, monsieur. And then you'll just have to cut the cord. It's going to suck really badly. But staying there for the next 60 years watching him and your own life wither away would be worse. You will also face judgment. That's going to suck too. But only you know how your life is right now. And only you know how to fix it. You'll read comments and think, wow, these people know so much about this topic. But then a topic will come up that you have expertise in. And you realize that people on this site just pull answers out of their ass with confidence.
Sway in the wind. Some people truly expect a relationship to be for better or for worse. Others would want their partner to move on and follow their dreams. If you had asked him before this all happened, what he'd want for the two of you, what do you think he'd say? Rodeo Bob. If I were to leave him, he would have no other choice but to live with his parents. So he does have a choice then. I mean, it's not the best choice, but it's better than nothing at all. I have a good support system in place. What about your partner's support systems? How much of your supports could or would transfer directly to him when you move away? I am responsible for coordinating all aspects of his health care, scheduling and transporting him to doctor's appointments, managing and prepping over a dozen RX medications, dealing with insurance snafus, filing out-of-network claims, etc. Does your partner's illness impair their cognitive abilities? Does it compromise their vision and/or hearing and/or motor skills? What I'm getting at here is basically, is there a reason why partner can't do these things themselves? You've been doing all of this. Does that mean everything is organized and documented? Are there good records and notes that, say, someone else could read and pick up and follow through on? If not, why not start setting some systems up so your partner or a third party could start doing these things? I also have to manage his finances, prep his meals, clean up after him, handle all chores and errands, and perform any number of other requests and needs on any given day. Again, how much of this is actually driven by their illness? What kinds of systems or tools do you have in place, or can put in place, to make these things easier for you, your partner, or a third party to do? Meal planning and meal prep are skills that can be learned or outsourced. Managing finances can be done with a spreadsheet or even a notebook if you're diligent enough. And there are lots of programs and apps to simplify the process. Right now, I am his entire world and it's too much responsibility for one to bear. Agreed. So why not make your next 3-month goal to not be his entire world? This means other supports for him, friends or social connections, or a support group for people with this disability or anything where he can connect with others. It also means setting up supports so he can take over his finances, manage his own calendar, and otherwise be more autonomous. You're going to leave him, and you're going to break up. Accept that as a coming reality, so you can focus on leaving as well as you can. If he has to move back to his parents, he can move back knowing how to order his own refills for meds, how to navigate Medicare, how to find support groups, and maybe even have some online friends he can connect with.
That's unfortunate. 1010. Rejected for HSV2, 2 months later. That's unfortunate. 1010. Hi everyone. I really appreciate everyone's perspective on this. While it was definitely an unexpected response, especially this far down the line, this isn't the first time I've had the herpes conversation with someone. I've just been lucky to have knowledgeable and understanding partners. I ended up sending him some information on herpes from the CDC and other reputable sources, just for his reference. He ended up not reading those, but asking to have sex anyway, with the attitude of, "I'm horny, so whatever, I'll just get tested sometime this week." That was pretty lame, especially after he had so strongly expressed his discomfort and concern. So I let him know that I wasn't comfortable with that. I think that's probably it for this guy, but I do take some comfort in knowing that I'm doing what's probably best for both of us, especially me. Other than that, I'm still getting tested regularly, taking daily suppressive medication, and informing partners of my status. Probably gonna wait a little longer next time to get into something sexual, though. Feel them out a little more.
Intentionally making customer service difficult to access so people will get frustrated and give up on refunds or problems with the product.
Colsey. I guarantee you this won't be the only time in your life that you have a reason you need to abstain from sex. On that note, he's an idiot if he's been having sex with you and only panicking now. I've been with a partner with HSV2 for 4 years. It's fine. He's the weird one, not you.
Amizimal. I'm sorry this is happening. He clearly doesn't understand how this virus works. Which is on him, not you. You did everything right. You were upfront and honest and took the time to educate. Hi monsieur. This says way more about him than you, and you deserve to be treated better than this.
Unlimited pubes.
Lynn Athesweed. My ex and good friend doesn't see the point in telling his new girlfriend that we used to date.
Jumbo Snarsage. Either tell him to tell her or stop hanging out with Hi Monsieur, because no matter what he says, it's what she feels that matters here. If he tells her and she's cool with it, okay. If he tells her and she's not cool with it, that's probably because her boyfriend is still in touch and close with his ex. The way she might look at it is HES keeping you around as a backup, and she's not as important to him as she thought. If you are genuinely concerned about keeping him as a friend and him staying with his current girlfriend, and don't think he'd tell her, you could let her know in passing. I think what he's doing is disrespectful to both of you. Edit. Seeing your comments on your previous post and how the guy found this girl while fucking you. Fuck Hi Monsieur, tell her. Because he's making the choice for both of you. And I'm sure she wouldn't be happy that he was actively in a sexual relationship while talking to her. Naked Streets. I can't imagine wanting to be friends with someone who treated people this way.
On the one hand, do I really feel okay with fetishizing sexual violence?
Kamikaze. He sees no reason to tell her. Probably because she wouldn't appreciate finding out that one of his closest friends is a former lover, which would cause her to end their potential relationship. That is the reason to tell her. What he's actually saying is if she knew the truth it'd be a deal breaker. So I prefer to keep it from her. This is not a good guy.
Incubi. Turning to Reddit cause I'm at a loss. My F24 boyfriend, M28, is a slob and nothing seems to help. Mr. Buddha wannabe. This is a common problem and I've read Marshall Counselor's views on this. Basically the answer is that you won't get him to change his behavior. What you are seeing is what you will get. You can charge him for your house cleaning time and take it off your part of the rent is the only thing I can come up with short of not living with Hi Monsieur.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lil daydream. Honestly, I would tell him how much it's bothering you one more time. Tell him that it's a deal breaker for you and that he's basically treating you like his maid, mother, whatever. If after that he doesn't change his ways, I would honestly leave him, because this is what the rest of your life will look like with "Hi monsieur, I'm so sorry you're going through this. I hope everything works out for the better." Museworm. This is the exact reason I broke off my engagement to my ex. My mom travels for work and we were staying in her house to take care of it and her pets. I went to college out of state, and when I returned I saw that he had never cleaned the house. I was disgusted and felt completely betrayed and disrespected.
Vampire Reaper. 29M. Virgin. Parents recommending me I should look into international dating outside the country. Does this make sense? Atlantic Explorer. How many women have you asked out on dates? How many new women do you meet on a regular basis? Nobody's going to knock in the door and say, "Will you be my boyfriend?" Quote, "There are thousands of unattractive, in the conventional way, people in relationships, so you need to identify what else is going on. Online dating apps might be a good first step, but wouldn't it be better to have a girlfriend in the same city? Start telling your friends, especially any married or with long-term girlfriends, that you are looking to meet someone and agree to going on double dates or blind dates. It's a numbers game, and the more women you meet, the more likely you'll meet someone special. You should also do something about that self-esteem."
Grendalone. No, this is not a good idea. It'll just increase the likelihood that you'll meet someone trying to scam you. Don't fall into the mental trap of thinking the problem is American women or Western women. It's not a good path to go down. My luck is absolute garbage, and honestly I'm just not all that attractive. Stop blaming things that you can't control. Luck is a garbage argument. And plenty of conventionally unattractive people have been in relationships, are married, etc. Sure, looking like a model and having tons of money can help. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have those things, you'll never meet someone.
Aniba. Why would it be easier? Because you'd be looking at importing a woman from a poor bride donor country. Actual term. In a transaction, sex, companionship for stability, green card. That's why the type of international dating they probably mean is considered easier. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.